pan. We want air to get to it, but we don't want any, critters in there. So cover it up. You could just put the lid on kind of loose if you wanted, but I like the old paper towel system. You're going to stir that a couple times and just leave it out for 24 hours, and then you'll see the next step. You got to stay tuned. This is a multiple day, multiple post, follow along recipe. By the way, a little tip here. When you're buying bread flour, I like the kind that's great for bread making. Anyway, check out the site for the post and more info, and hopefully you're going to follow along. It should be fun, and by next week we're going to have some bread. Enjoy. Hello, it's Chef John from foodwishes.com, and welcome to another installment of Follow the Sourdough. Today's day 2, and this is called Feeding the Starter, because what we're going to do is feed the starter. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your mixture from yesterday, and you're going to mix it again. Now, I told you to mix it a couple times in the 24-hour period that it was sitting out at room temperature, and you probably noticed there was like a little thin, watery layer on top. So hopefully you stirred that in a couple times. It doesn't really matter, but stirring it kind of aerates it and gets more of that wild yeast in the mixture. So what we're going to do here, after 24 hours, we're going to stir it up. We're going to remove half, and we're going to add some more flour and water. Okay? So I'm just going to use a ladle here. I'm not going to measure it. You can measure it if you want, but I'm just going to eye it. I'm going to take out half, and I'm just going to discard that. So you just throw that away. So I'm going to add another half cup of water, and I'm going to add a half cup of the unbleached bread flour. So you're going to mix in a half cup of flour, half cup of water, whisk it in very well so there's no lumps, and then we're going to cover it back up and leave it out at room temperature again. And we're going to stir that another couple times during the next 24-hour period, and you're going to repeat that every day until I tell you to stop. Okay? So 24 hours from now, I want you to do that exact same thing, and stay tuned for the next episode. All right, check the site if you're not already there for more info. Enjoy. Okay, here we are back with step 5 of the sourdough saga. Here's the bread after it has risen. We're going to remove the saran wrap and bake it. And generally baking, it's a trial and error based on your oven. All ovens are a little bit different. So with mine, I'll be baking it with a toaster oven. 2 loaves at one time and then one by itself. And I've generally found that